How's it going, everyone? Kayla Lumley here, and today we're talking about Danny Phantom Urban Jungle on the Game Boy Advanced. This is a shoot-'em-up game where you play as Danny Phantom from the old Danny Phantom cartoon, and the whole point of this is that you go around, you start shooting ghosts. Sometimes you can collect the ghosts, and you go and fight big bosses, and that's the game. It's a really fun game, though, especially if you're a fan of the old Danny Phantom TV show like I am. I grew up with it, and I really did enjoy it. I don't know if I saw every episode or not, but I do have some episodes that I remember quite well, like the Lunch Lady episode. And it has a little, a fun little storyline. It's basically just Danny Phantom hanging out with his friends, and he just wants to have a movie night, but his movie night gets interrupted because of a monster named Overgrowth and the Lunch Lady ghost. And as he goes to take down these ghosts, other ghosts are appearing, and he has to take all of them down as well. And this is a fun little shoot-'em-up game. It has some cool stuff that it does as well. Danny has multiple different weapons he can use. He starts off with his basic, just shot, but you can actually pick up these little tubes, and when you pick up these tubes, it will give you different types of weapons. You can use different, bursts, like some of it will shoot 3 little beams at once and stuff like that. There's all sorts of different pickups that you can find. You have your regular stuff like your health and everything, but you also have special moves that you can use. So you have like the ghost container where you can suck up a ghost, and you can basically get like a little, I guess, kind of like a data entry on the ghost if you collect them. So that's kind of cool. You can do that. And you also have actual abilities that will help you in like boss fights and stuff like that, or just in combat in general. Like you have this freeze spray that you can use where you can like freeze the enemy. Like you'll start using that and it will do a major just amount of damage on them. You get this fire ability at one point. There's like this electricity looking ability too. I didn't use that one too much, but I used the ice ability more than anything because that ability was very powerful, especially for boss fights. And while it has these shoot-'em-up levels, and those are fun, it also has some different levels as well. It has some that are kind of more like an on-rail shooter, where instead of being a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up game, it basically puts you in almost a first-person view, and you're basically just moving your crosshair on the screen, and it's almost like a shooting gallery, and you're basically shooting the ghosts when your cursor is just on the screen. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea as well. I actually really liked that, and it just kind of made it was a nice mix-up from the regular shoot-'em-up game. It has like that kind of it throws that in to kind of break up the the monotony of just a regular shoot-'em-up. It gives you a little bit of a change there. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then after those levels, it puts you back into doing the shoot-'em-ups. So it's a neat idea. It throws it in there just to be a little bit different and just to spice things up a little bit, and I like it. I thought it was pretty cool. And you do get even a special boss fight for when you are doing the kind of more shooting gallery style gameplay. It even gives you a special boss for that area. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. The game's graphics look really, really good. The music is also really good, and the sound effects all are really good as well. All this stuff looks great in this game. It plays pretty darn well. I actually will say this, though. It plays really well on the actual Game Boy Advance. If you're using a Retron 5, you may have some compatibility issues. I tried it on my Retron 5 to capture the footage, obviously. And I actually had some problems with compatibility when it comes to my Retron 5. That's not really the game's fault, that's more of the system. So when you're picking this up, keep in mind that you'll probably want an actual Game Boy Advance to be able to play this game without any issues. At least in my experience, you'll probably want one. But overall, I really enjoy this game. It's not super long. I put a few hours into it just because I played through it a few times. I played a lot of the missions over and over again, and capturing the footage and everything like that. I definitely put a few hours into it, but you could probably beat this game in probably an hour or so. But it's a really fun game. It has 3 different difficulties as well, so if you're someone like me who just likes playing on easier difficulty, there's an easy mode, and that's what I played on, but there's also a normal and a hard mode if you want to challenge yourself. And there is a life system as well, so I think you start with like either 3 or 4 lives whenever you first start the game up. So that is what this game is all about. It's about being a ghost boy and killing other ghosts. Well, I guess half ghost, half man. He's both. He's half ghost, half human. He can live as both. That's Danny Phantom. One other thing I did want to bring up is a mechanic that's in this game that I have actually seen in some other shoot-'em-up games, and that is the fact that Danny Phantom has this highlight around him. And he can change the colors of the highlight. You either have a red highlight or a blue highlight. And if a projectile is coming at you and your highlight is the same color as that projectile, you can actually absorb it, and the energy from it will go to your energy bar and you can use that energy bar towards your special abilities. So that's kind of cool. I've seen it in some other shoot 'em ups, and I thought it was cool that they put it in this one also. Overall, this is a really fun shoot 'em up game. If you are new to shoot 'em up games, I think that you'll probably enjoy this game quite a bit because it really is a good entry-level game if you want to play on easy mode. And if you're just looking for something different, or you're looking for a good, spin-off game from a cartoon that you grew up with, and you grew up with Danny Phantom, I think you'll enjoy this game for that as well, because it's a pretty good Danny Phantom game. You get a nice little story there, you get to see some of the characters that you like again, and it's really cool to just be able to take a trip down memory road, play through this game, and remember some of the villains that I used to watch on TV when Danny Phantom was actually still on Nickelodeon. So there we go. Definitely check out Danny Phantom Urban Jungle on the Game Boy Advance, and make sure that you're playing on the original hardware so you have no issues. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe button down below. I'll see you next time. You have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.